My apartment looked like a yard sale that never ended, but the real chaos was upstairs, inside my head. One Tuesday night, I tripped over a box of cables I hadn't touched since college, landed on a yoga mat I had used exactly once, and realized I'd become a walking stat. The average American now owns 300,000 items. 300,000. I didn't need more storage bins. I needed a new way of seeing. That's when this line from one of my old Zen books hit me. Emptiness is never empty. It's alive with possibility. It meant that a blank space isn't a failure. It's a blank canvas. I spent the next few months road testing that idea and what I learned about ku, ma, and the Japanese art of letting go turned my shoebox rooms into the quietest place I've ever lived. If your clutter feels like it's breeding overnight, stick around. These 5 Japanese ideas don't just clear your shelves, they clear your head. I'm Josh, and welcome to Shizen Style. And if you'd like to get things like these 5 Japanese ideas for a better life weekly, then I encourage you to subscribe to my Shizen Style weekly newsletter. The first one, ku. See the invisible value. Ku is emptiness. In the West, we treat blank space like a dead battery. In Japan, it's a charging station for your brain. I ran a tiny experiment. I stripped the top of my dresser, not a thing, for 2 days. It felt unfinished. Then something weird happened. Each morning I caught myself pausing in front of that bare wood, breathing slower, noticing the grain and light from the window moving across the room. Psychologists call it a perceptual reset. It's like your brain's been holding its breath in a crowded room and can finally exhale when your eyes land on an open space. I repeated the trick on one shelf, then one corner of the living room floor. Every time I carved out a pocket of ku, the room felt bigger and my thoughts felt less crowded. Empty isn't empty, it's oxygen you can walk through. Ma, design the pause. Ma is the space between things. Think of it as the silent beat between musical notes. Without it, you just have noise. I used to cram books shoulder to shoulder. Now I leave the width of one paperback between topics. That tiny gap does 2 things. It lets each book stand out, and it forces me to decide which ideas actually belong together. The first week I tried this, I realized I owned 4 conflicting diet books. No wonder breakfast sometimes feels like a debate. Ma makes you the editor of your environment. Apply it to hangers in your closet, icons on your desktop, even meetings on your calendar. A sliver of white space turns a wall of noise into a curated gallery. Mu, practice radical subtraction. Mu and ma are about appreciating space, but how do you create it? Enter mu, nothingness. It's about active removal. A Zen master might ask, what's the sound of one hand clapping? To push your mind past its limits. My version was a bit more direct. What does my apartment feel like if I treat it like a digital photo and drag 30% of it into the trash? I picked one drawer, set a timer for 20 minutes, and tossed anything I hadn't used since the last season change. Out went melted candles, tangled chargers, old t-shirts that are just worn out with holes in them. The drawer closed with a sigh. The cheat code is to stop asking, will I need this someday? And instead ask, does this serve the person I am today? If the answer is no, it's mu time. The first bag I took to Goodwill felt like taking off a heavy, soaking wet coat I didn't know I was wearing. Micro habits. Keep it Toyota simple. Toyota didn't become a model of efficiency with one giant overhaul. They use Kaizen, tiny continuous improvements. I stole 3 micro habits that take less than 60 seconds. 1. Whenever the kettle boils, I wipe down 1 square foot of the counter. 2. When I hang up my coat, I close any open drawers in the hallway. 3. Before bed, I put the one book on the coffee table back on its shelf. Individually, these actions feel as small as a single drop of rain. But stacked across a year, they fill a bucket. My weekend big clean shrank from 3 hours to 20 minutes. And the apartment always feels ready for guests. Kaizen is the lazy genius's path to a perpetually calm home. Wabi-sabi. Love the perfectly imperfect. Finally, the secret that holds it all together, wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection. I used to put off decluttering until I could afford a whole set of matching, perfect containers. I love shopping at Muji. They have this really nice soft tone, earth tone palettes that containers and notepads, everything. It's great. Japanese minimalism isn't a sterile showroom though. It's a lived-in story. The chipped bowl stays because it makes oatmeal feel cozier. The faded quilt stays because you can feel your grandmother's love in the stitches. Once I embraced wabi-sabi, I quit using perfect as the destination and started using peaceful as the path. Ironically, the clutter stopped returning because I was no longer constantly shopping for the next upgrade. Imperfection is the scenic route off the highway of consumerism. Ku gives you a blank canvas. Ma creates the rhythm. Mu clears the stage. Kaizen is the slow drip that fills the bucket. And wabi-sabi keeps it all human. 5 ideas. 0 plastic bins required. Start with 1 empty dresser top tonight. By sunrise, you'll remember what your own thoughts sound like in a quiet room. My apartment went from chaos to calm without a single pilgrimage to the container store. And my mind followed. The real secret Japan taught me, clutter isn't the enemy. It's just potential energy waiting for you to let it go. Free the space and you free yourself.